I think it might be dying. My mic might be dying. We'll see.
Low
If it
battery.
turns off again, I
Please
have another
charge.
one. But I was saying, hello there, my beautiful people. Thank you, Schmick, for redeeming the daily weather forecast, and thank you for redeeming the Emo Bunny beanie. But I have a
Power off.
problem because hello. Okay, so I'm guessing the other one is dead. Give me a second. I need to charge it. Okay, I'm back. I didn't forget it was charged, and then we used it for like half an hour. I don't know why it's dead. I am starting to think that there might be something wrong with them. Because I don't think they should be dead after, I don't know, half an hour, something like that, unless we forgot to turn it off. But both of them should be charged, so I'm hoping that this one is charged. Who's powered off? Eh? What? I don't understand the question. Forgot to charge the mic. I already answered that. Okay, I think I just have to take this off. Unfortunately, I have very bad looking hair. One thing is that because I'm wearing a hood, but the mic spoke to me. Ooh. Oh, also, I'm not hearing anything today. Uh, both the music, both the music mm, and any like sounds because I'm not wearing headphones. This is how I'm looking. I was, I had a word in mind. I was rocking this hat, this beanie, like 2 years ago when I made it in my trying to be emo but didn't fully commit era. I think it looks kind of cute. I just feel like I'm too old for that type of style. This is what it is. It said low powered and power off. Ooh, I didn't know it's talking to you. I don't know if it's good. Maybe it's. I think it also says something when I turn it on because I can see that OBS is picking something up when I turn it on. Okay, but anyway, let's hope that this one is gonna be fine. Today we are making a unicorn horn. My plan is unicorn horn. We will make. I don't know why I'm picking constantly. Let me make myself quieter. The unicorn horn is gonna be rainbow because I wanted to make it weather themed, right? So the unicorn horn is gonna be rainbow, and then instead of ears, I want to make two little clouds. And I'm very proud of that idea. And I have a little bit of puff clay. I don't think that's what it's called. Foam clay. That's what it's called. Foam clay. So basically, it was very cheap, so I bought 96 packets of it. I was thinking about buying 192 so that I would have free shipping, but I thought that's a bit excessive. Air clay? No, I think it's called foam clay. It turns into foam. I have a little bit of it. It's like kind of squishy. And it's very light. That's why I wanted to do it because it's very light. So the finished piece is also going to be very light. Yeah, and I use this to test if I can paint on it, but I can with acrylic paint. So it's good. It's not that squishy, so it's fine. And I'm thinking, so as you can see, it has a lot of colors. So I'm thinking that I can even make like a rainbow out of what I have here. without needing to paint it later. Okay, you don't see it. Let me show you. Red, orange, yellow. There we go. That's a rainbow. How long is the working time? Long. When I was doing the other thing, it took like 2 or 3 days to fully dry. So a long time. Also, this is like for kids because it supposedly doesn't stain anything, doesn't stick to anything. But yeah, I like it because it's light. That's what I was looking for. Sounds like good stuff. Yeah, the only thing, so I don't know how it is with this, but the other one that I have smells really bad. And even though I had it made for probably like a month already, it still smells. So I'm kind of hoping that that one was like a cheap one and this is better. Also, you can buy this, but like professional, but it's so much more expensive and it's just one color, it's white. And I thought that there's no point in doing that. Okay. And I don't need the rest of it. Also, I have a lot of polymer clay and I would love to make a stream with that at some point, but I am constantly coming up with more interesting ideas. So I have that like written in my stream ideas, but I have yet to get to doing it. Okay, I also have some tools. I don't know if I will need them, but I have them just in case. Also, I have so many things to tell you. I need to seal them afterwards. Yeah, I have varnish. Also, with that, I was going to say why my hair is so bad. I bought a spray glue and I was trying to seal the cloud hat that we made on stream. I did like 4 layers and then 1 layer of varnish. And then when I was taking out the braids before my stream, I realized that I definitely have glue on my hair. But it was too late for me to be able to wash my hair. So it's fun. Also, one cool thing is, look at that. I love witch. I mean, I loved it when I was like, I don't know, younger, teenager, beginning of my teenage years. And I found this in our attic, and my boyfriend told me that I can take it. So I took it, and I love it so much. I even used it already. But yeah, this is what's going to protect my desk right now. The plan is, we have a headband. The horn, I'm thinking of just doing a cone shape out of some kind of like thicker cardboard or paper. I have like 4 different options here, different thicknesses, and then just putting the clay in like rows. I was thinking about doing a spiral, but then I realized that it's gonna be really hard, and I don't know if it's gonna be worth it because the rainbow is gonna look better if it's just gonna be stripes because it's gonna be more visible. The only downside is that the color that's gonna be on the bottom, I'm gonna have a lot of it, and the one on the top, I'm gonna have very little of it. But that's okay, I think. You should laminate the last one. Oh, that would be cool. That's a good idea. I have a lot of them though. And whenever I have something like that, I don't want to like use it up too quickly. So I use it like every single piece of paper, sometimes for months even. But that's a very good idea. Meter. Yeah, it's like, why would I throw it out? I mean, like I have some paint on it, but it's completely fine. I needed to use hot glue later. Oh, and for the clouds, I'm thinking about using this, the like this strips of cardboard that I have, to make probably just a circle to kind of be a base, and then put clay around it so that I also don't use a ton of clay. Okay, other things that I want to show you. I was making more weather themed stuff. Also, gambling is on, if you'd like. I didn't change it. It's still every 3 minutes. I want to get to having like at least 5 pieces there, or just to a point where I decide that it's getting annoying with how much is being used, which we're very far from that. So I'm just gonna leave it like it is. I made another lightning, and I made another sun with the same yarn, and I tried to make rainbow, because that's the only one that I have yet to make. And I first made this one, and it's cute, but it's a little bit small. And for something that is over double the price of like something like a sun, I don't think that that's acceptable to be this small. So I made it bigger. And with this one, I don't like how thick it is. It's the same thickness as this one. And with this, it works because it's small. But with this bigger one, I feel like it just looks too thin. So I have not made a pattern for that yet, but I'm gonna order yarn today to have a rainbow. Sophia, Sophia, hey. She's trying to go into my wardrobe, which is like one of few places that she can go into, because she lays on my clothing and then I have her fur on it. And she absolutely did not react to me talking to her. And then I throw one of those. This is not heavy, so I didn't hurt her. And she just smelled it. She didn't even get scared or anything. Okay, let me pick it up. So more colors on it. Yeah, I want to have 6 colors, but I also think that I'm gonna make just a thicker stitch. So I'm currently using like the thinnest stitch, which is a single crochet, and I'm thinking about half double or double, which are like double the thickness. So it's also going to be double the thickness, and also it's going to have 6 colors, and I currently have 5. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But I found all the colors that I wanted, and then I realized that the place that I wanted to buy it at, I would have to pay for shipping. Also, I can show you. Oh, I can't show you. Wait. There we go. Look at me go. I feel on one hand very cute in it, in the onesie, but also kind of cringe, and like I feel a little bit shy wearing it. But said before, okay. But I don't know, I think it's fun. It will be choking me if I don't have my hood on, but it's fine. I'll deal with it. Oh yeah, I realized that I would have to pay for shipping if I bought that yarn where I found it. So I decided that I'm just gonna buy it on the website where I don't have to pay for shipping, but I didn't want to look for it at that point. So I'm gonna look for it after the stream. It looks great. I hope it's cold there. It's not cold. I am very hot in it. But thank you for saying that it looks great. I wouldn't have recommended the hat if I knew you were wearing that. I mean, the title says so. But it's okay. I'm gonna take it off, I don't know, during the break, maybe. Let's start with the headband. I'm thinking... Okay, I think I'm gonna go for this one. And this is like... not really thick. Because I think working with those and making a scone shape is going to be kind of hard. Who reads the title? I just saw that you were on, isn't it? I mean, It is. I'm just saying that I did everything in my power to inform you. I usually read a title, like I click on somebody's stream, and then if I don't know what they're doing, then I'm gonna read the title because I'm hoping that the title is gonna say what they're doing. But also often the title doesn't say it. Also, I have no like guidance on how to do the cone shape. Also, how big do I want it? I think that's more like it. That's pretty good, I think. I make hard choices. I understand. I understand. Okay, yeah, this is good. Do you think that if I just cut it like that, it's gonna be fine? I feel like it's not gonna be, but also I would like to try. Let me do it like that. I'm gonna cut a little bit. You lost two. Oh no. We're still halfway there to get something, unless you're going for a rainbow again. But you see how I don't have a rainbow so far. So I don't know if you'd like that. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I think that's a good shape. Let me just, I'm gonna hold it with tape, and then I'm going to glue it with glue. I didn't do it very well. Oh, there we go. And I just need glue. Where's my glue? Where's my glue? I don't know if that glue is available outside of Poland, but this is the best glue for like scrapbooking and any art stuff that is not heavy duty. There we go, there we go. Okay, I just like slathered it under. Ah! Don't do that, don't do that. Okay, good. Maybe we're going for rainbow. Well, I'm gonna hopefully have it on Thursday. Although, will I have it? It will come on Wednesday if I order it today. I'll try to have it on Thursday. Also, I don't know if you have heard what is happening or what was happening in Poland, but I first learned it from, I believe, somebody from the US. So I think it is something that like is being shared internationally. But there is a rapper, BedOS 2116, so 2116, who made a song with a kid who has cancer. That is like a cancer diss track. And then a YouTuber, I believe, I think he's a YouTuber or a streamer, some kind of content creator, made a post that he's gonna listen to that song for 1 second for every like that he gets on that post. And he got like over 700 likes, 700,000 likes, which meant that he's gonna listen to it for over 9 days. And so he made a 9-day charity stream where all of the proceeds are going to go to a charity that is helping with cancer. I don't know what exactly they are doing, but it's like a cancer, something with cancer. And he raised during those 9 days over 250 million Polish złotych, which is over $69 million, which is a world record when it comes to, I believe, live charity event. And it's pretty cool. In Poland, everybody is talking about that currently. That's amazing. It is. It's crazy. 250 million. And like on YouTube Live, yes, it was on YouTube, but I believe that VOD is not available because I checked his channel today morning. So it ended yesterday evening. Yes, evening. Yeah, and I checked today morning and the live wasn't there. And also so until that point, until his stream, the biggest fundraiser live event was Mr. Beast, and he beat him. But also Mr. Beast did a 24-hour live event, and he did 9 days. I believe YouTube has a 12-hour limit on votes. Oh, that can be true. But there was like crazy things happening there. There was a lot of popular people. There was politic figures. I believe at least one, which he also died today, but that's like another thing. I haven't heard much about it, but I know that he called the Watfogang, like the guy who died, the political figure, called him. And then I believe today he was in an accident while driving a bike, which he didn't survive, and people make some conspiracy theories about it. But as I said, I haven't heard about it more than what I just said. And there were also like people, how do you say it? Reconcile? People reconciling after like many years of oh, another starry weather. Congratulations. Let me finish and I'm gonna show you the stars. And there were people like making it up, reconciling after many years of being angry at each other just for the sake of the stream. So yeah, a crazy event. A star. Okay, I have 3 stars that you can choose from. We have number 1, which is similar to the one that you have already. It's the same yarn, but it's a little bit of a different shape, but also it is one of the like tri-stars, so there's not going to be a second one like that because this is a pattern that I decided to not use. Then the second one, it's a different color, but it's also a pattern that I decided to not use because it's a little bit too flowery shaped, but also one of a kind. I'm not going to use that pattern anymore. And the third one is a pink star, and this is the final pattern, but it's the best looking and the most star looking. So number 1, 2, or 3. Also, I was thinking about adding like a little piece of paper or something. Middle wonky star. Okay, it's the most gold one out of them. I don't know if you can see it, but it has like a gold yarn in it. I don't know if it's called yarn thread, something like that. I'm gonna put it up during the break. Okay. I was saying something. I don't remember. It means that it wasn't that important. Okay. Oh, also, I made something yesterday. So yesterday I was icy up close. That's good. Yeah, I was like sitting. I didn't really want to do anything, so I started painting. And this is what I painted. It is like a 3D canvas, if you can say, but I painted it how I wanted to paint it. It was a starry night. I was supposed to make it look like a starry night, but I decided to make it whimsical and pink and purple and everything. You were saying you were going to do a 9:30 stream. That would be interesting. But also, I'm like dead after 3 or 4 hours of talking, so I don't know how that would end up. But I definitely would like to make like a 12-hour and then 24-hour stream at some point, but just not right now, you know? Okay. I'm kind of, I don't know how to do this. I know I should measure it and I should divide the measurement by 6. Okay, I have like 9.8. But I'm thinking I could make it like a little bit taller so I can, see the top is flat. I could make it like a little point. So let's say it has 10 centimeters. 10 centimeters is not really dividable by 6, is it? 9 is. I could maybe make like 1.5 centimeters of each color, and then one that's on top would be 2.5. No, I don't like that. Let's do 1.6 centimeters each. I need this. I need a pencil. Okay, 1.6. Can you hear the fact that I'm touching the mic? Okay, then we have 3.2. Then we have 4.8, which is here. Then we have, what is it? 6.4, I think. Looks good. Then we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that looks good. Nope, that's good. I made marks. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see them. And now I just need to make them like 3 more times so I can kind of see around it. I should have written down what were the numbers so I don't have to count again. Also, I was watching, I finally found a place. I mean, I didn't actually find it. Lynn told me, Lynn Vitrinix gave me a website where I could watch both Love Island and Survivor, which are 2 series that I cannot find available in Poland. And they were available on that one website. And it was shut down yesterday. And I can't watch them again. And I'm sad. I started watching Too Hot to Handle Germany. What was it? 6.4. Too Hot to Handle is like my guilty pleasure, but I'm not guilty. I don't feel guilty about it. It's such a stupid show, but I also like it. Bad timing, true. We have like a saying in Poland that you do something to unbrain yourself, which just means that it's something that you basically don't have to think while you're doing that. while you're doing it, and watching too hard to handle is that for me. It's my unbraining show. Okay, last one, and I'll be done with the marks. I don't think I'm gonna do lines or anything like that. I will just have the dots as a kind of guidance. Oh, I fucked it up. That's how it's supposed to be. Okay, 3.2, 4.8, 6.4, and 8. Okay. I'm gonna start with red. Which way is the actual rainbow? Rainbow picture. Oh, it has purple on the bottom. I kind of want red on the bottom. I just saw a very scuffed rainbow. That's why the face. Should I make it the way I want it or the way the actual rainbow is? Also, I feel like even though I typed in rainbow picture, I don't believe most of them are pictures. They look too good or just weird. I feel like I would prefer to do it the way I want it, but if I do it that way, it's gonna bother me knowing that I did it the wrong way. I don't know. Do you have enough to make multiple if you don't like the first one? I do, but I would prefer to not have to do that. You know, I think I have at least 2 of every packet of the foam clay, and this I can make however many I want. Okay, I'm gonna do how I wanted to do, which is with the red on the bottom. Oh, it does smell. Okay, let's hope it's gonna be gone. Also, I was like taking down a bird feeder that I had on my balcony for the winter, which not a single bird ate from it, which is kind of rude. It was the second year that I had it up, and the second year that not a single bird decided to eat from it. But what I'm trying to say, I took it down, and the bird feeder has like a leg and then a little house on top where the feeding part is. And I started to use that leg as a stand for my cloud hat when I was spraying it, and it works really well. Is it too high up? The bird feeder? I don't think so. I mean, so the first time I had it was in my apartment, the balcony. It's on the second floor. But the thing is, during summer, I've had birds on that balcony, which made me so sure that I'm also gonna have birds while I have the bird feeder. Like, I had multiple times where I saw a bird on the balcony, but not a single one came. Yeah, and last year I was in my apartment where I also had that bird feeder, and I had birds like around where my window was and where my balcony was, like on the trees near me, but also not a single one came. Actually, one came. It sat on my, stood on my balcony railing. It was like a big one, like a, I don't know, is it crow or something? And I was like excited to see that it's gonna eat from the bird feeder, and it like walked towards the bird feeder, and then being like 30 centimeters from it, it pooped on my balcony and flown away. Which, if you ask me, is pretty rude. But yeah, that's my experience with having a bird feeder. Every year I'm so excited to feed the birds and see the birds, and they just don't want to come. Okay, I think I made it too thick. I definitely made it too thick. My only like thought on why the bird feeder didn't work is that I put it up too late. Because I think I did it in like December, and you're supposed to do it, I believe, at the beginning of November. But I don't know if that's actually what it is. Okay, your balcony is just the toilet. Even birds know you don't eat where you Okay, thanks. But also, I did not have many poops on my balcony before that. And also just the fact that that bird was kind of looking at me while doing it, that was also very rude. Okay, this is better when it comes to the thickness. But yeah, the bird feeder leg, I started using it as like a stand for the nice. I actually have only one cloud. This is the one. This is the one. It's what you're going to have. Congratulations. Also, I love how I spelled congratulations on there. Let's not talk about that. I will put them both up during the break. Okay, going back to my story, I started using it as a stand for my cloud hat. Mine, yours, muted. Am I muted? OBS seems fine. My end, okay, that's good. Oh, you scared me. But the leg is just like a piece of wood that is like this thick, so the cloud hat is not stable on it. So I thought that it would be good to just buy a mannequin head, and the like the house part. Oh, I must have clicked something. Okay. The house part is like screwed on. Let me show you. So this is the house part, and it just has like a screw like that. And so I thought that I could just buy a mannequin head that would be styrofoam, and just like push it into the styrofoam and screw it into the leg. And then I thought, well, people make their own like mannequin bodies using their own body, so it fits them perfectly. Like, what if I could do it with myself, like with my head? But the way they do it is they wrap their body in saran wrap and then in duct tape, and then they cut it, take it off, and then fill it in with something. And I was like, I could do it with my head. But then I realized, and also I wanted to stream it. But then I realized that number one, I'm going to cover my eyes very quickly. So I'm not going to be able to read chat. Second of all, I'm going to cover my mouth also pretty quickly. So I'm not going to be able to talk. Number three, that also seems kind of dangerous because I could just choke myself. Number four, I don't know how to do my like eye sockets, because if I just put saran wrap on top of it, I'm not gonna have like the indent of my eye, right? And also I don't know what to put inside of it, because I would prefer it to be styrofoam, but I know there are some kind of like liquids that turn into foam, like expand. But I don't know what it is. And I was thinking about it, and I decided that maybe I should just buy a styrofoam head and it will be fine. And I think that's what I'm gonna do. And so I'm gonna have a styrofoam head on a stand. If you don't mind not breathing for several minutes. I mean, I was thinking that like I'm gonna make holes for my nose and maybe my mouth. But I did also get worried that I will somehow kill myself while doing it. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna be doing that. Although that would be good content. I would definitely go viral if I did that. I don't know if it's worth it though. Generic is usually good enough. Yeah, exactly. Especially that everything that I'm making is not really, like, it doesn't have to perfectly fit my head. Okay, I think I have the first layer done. There we go. I used a lot less of the foam than I expected, the clay foam. I thought that I'm gonna use the whole packet. Okay, now I just put it back in. Oh, the only problem with the foam clay is that it can solidify just because of the air in the packet. That's what happened with what I had with this. I had like purple. You can see that I have yellow, pink, and white. I also had purple, but I don't know if the package was broken or if it just was the fact that it had some air in it. But also, like, these do have some air in, but it's fine. Nothing happens. So I don't know. But yeah, it like solidified. So I'm kind of worried that the same thing is gonna happen with these ones. My head hurts, and I don't know why. Am I like stiff? I think I might be stiff. Also, I'm going to a doctor tomorrow to get a prescription to go to a physio. I just hope that he gives me that prescription. But I did very intentionally schedule a visit with a doctor that I think is likely to do that. Because some doctors, I don't know if that happens in other countries, but some doctors in Poland, they like, I don't know, have stick up their arse or something. But they're like, for example, I had a situation where I needed to get an eye doctor prescription. I have been wearing glasses since I was 8. I know when I need new glasses, okay? 2/3 of my life, I have been wearing glasses. But to go to an eye doctor, if I wanted to be covered by my insurance, I first need to go to like a first contact doctor, and they need to give me prescription to an eye doctor. So I have like a phone call because it's COVID times, and I tell the doctor like, hey, I need a prescription for an eye doctor and also a dermatologist. And he's like, why? I'm like, well, because I don't see well and because I have allergies, so I need like to consult it with somebody because my allergies happen on my hands. And he's like, oh, so you don't see well, and I will decide that you need to go to a prescription to go to an eye doctor. I'm like, bitch, I just told you. But he was like very insistent, or she, I don't remember, that like he's the one who's making the decision of where I'm supposed to go. But yeah, the person that I'm going to, as far as, I mean, I had one visit with him, but like during that one visit, I've learned that he's not like that. I just told him like, hey, like this I have allergies. I've never been to an what is a doctor that like checks your allergies? Is like a allergologist or something. Like, yeah, I've never been to that doctor. Like, can I get a prescription? And he's like, yeah, sure. So I'm hoping, no idea actually. Yeah, because so in Poland, dermatologist is dermatolog. So I'm guessing like if the first part is the same, and in English, the person who like that deals with allergies is allergolog. So if I just change the end to tologist, then I'm thinking that I might get the right name. Wait, I can check it actually. It's allergist or allergologist. So I was right, allergologist. Mm. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. And then we'll see how long I need to wait to actually get to a physio on my insurance. But I was talking, so I have like a doctor that I know, but they're not my doctor, so that they can't give me a prescription to another doctor. But I was talking with them about if I'm able to use my insurance to cover physio, and they told me that yes, but I will have to wait. And we started talking about how some people, like, instead of scheduling a visit that is 3 months from now, they will spend 3 months complaining about how they have to wait 3 months for a visit. So it's better to schedule it as soon as possible. And I completely agree with that. So I decided to also like not wait that long, because I hate going to a doctor. Honestly, I often think it's just a waste of time. Mm, not like the fact that they're not gonna help me, but just how much time I have to spend to like get ready, get there, wait for a visit. The visits are often late. Then the visit lasts like 15 minutes, and then I have to go back again, often go to like a drugstore, buy something, go back home, get unready, and it just takes 2 hours to be 15 minutes in that doctor's thingy. Compromise, schedule now and complain for 3 months. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I have like a this, and I don't really know if I can like flatten it out in any way. I don't know if my tools are going to help me in any way. Mm. Oh, maybe it's kind of helping. Okay, I just have to do it for like half an hour, and we will be fine. Also, we will have ads in 2 minutes. Okay, I just made it worse. Okay, this is just gonna be the back, and it will be fine, right? It will kind of bother me though. I have the second layer done. I was supposed to call somebody. I have called somebody a week ago to schedule a visit with them. It was like a face massage. Is that what it's called? Somebody who does a face massage. My best friend got me a face massage voucher for my birthday, and I wanted to schedule it. And I called the person, and she told me that she will call me back. And it's been a week, and she still have not called me back. I don't know why people are. Now that I have a business and I kind of see like how it looks from the side of having a business, some people are like so bad with customer service. Can you call it that? Like, why would you say that you have to, like, you will call somebody back and then you don't do it? Like, that's such a bad customer service, and all it takes is to actually call that person back. Like, I am picking on one thing, but it happens so often. So often. Or like rude customer service. I have worked in oh, we have ads. Okay, I'm talking. So I'm gonna take a break. I have worked in customer service. Number one rule was to be nice to everybody. And would I sometimes like to be very rude? Yes. Did I have situation when somebody was literally screaming at me and I still had to smile to the phone and be fucking nice? Yes. But like, it was my job. And I have come across such a rude customer service, especially in Polish healthcare. Those people are so rude. It is lack of time management skills and follow through. Yeah. And like, I mean, I do have a voucher to her, so I will go to her. Although I know that I can exchange that voucher for something else. But like, I don't know, like me and my boyfriend, our number one thing is like, what will customer think? And will whatever we want to do make customers like us more or less? And like, number one thing is what will customers think? I mean, okay, along with that is, can we make our business profitable? Because those like those two things don't always go together, and you have to find like a perfect balance between them. But like, it's often like, what will customers see? Like, how can that look from a customer side? And saying that you're gonna call somebody and not calling them back, that looks bad. That looks very bad. I'm done with the third layer. I'm starting to like how it looks, because I feel like it looks cloud-like. Like, I feel like you can see that it's foam, and I like it. Also, this foam has definitely a shorter drying time, because I can feel that the one on the bottom is like starting to get dry. It doesn't mean that it's gonna fully dry super fast. Like, it can still take 3 days for it to dry, but I feel like it's less than the other thing that I had. But it's still enough to work with it. Also, I'm guessing that if I was playing with it, it would probably take more time to dry than now that I just have it laying there. Oh, also, I have a plan for next week stream, and it's perfect time because ad break just ended. So I hope everybody is back. So I got, where do I have it? Okay, far away. I bought flowers to make flower crowns. Ooh, I have a piece that's solidified. It's not big though. Yeah, I have bought flowers to make flower crowns, and I know that I said that I would make them like behind the scenes. But then I bought more flowers than just for one flower crown, that like maybe for three, and then for some hair clips maybe. So I decided that I'm gonna make a stream out of it. I'm still not gonna make a stream where I crochet the flower crown because I don't have yarns to do it. Like I don't have the same type of yarn in multiple colors that would satisfy me to make a good flower crown, because I need at least 5 colors. So yeah, I don't have that yet. But I'm just gonna have a stream where I make flower crowns with the flowers that I bought. And I also bought some flowers that I want to make just hair clips. And I want to make them on little claw clips, so I will be able to put them. Also, I'm gonna take this off if we are after the break. Then I'm gonna put the unicorn on. I forget. Oh, I will make them with claw clips so that I can clip them onto my headset if I wanted to. And as I said, I think 3 flower crowns, and I don't know how many clips. But it is gonna be next week, and I will have I don't know if I can call it a sale, but I'm gonna put those flowers down to, so from 10,000 channel points to I think just 1,000, mainly because I want to put up as many as I can, because I would prefer it if it was finished, because it would look better. I feel like I made the green a little bit too thick, but also I don't think there's an easy way for me to make it smaller. Wait, let's see. I have like knife type of things here. Yeah, and for that I have been making flowers. This is not flowers. This is just leaves and the yarn that I used to make the cord here, because I found more. No, I didn't found it. I frogged it. And I think I'm just gonna use it to make more leaves whenever I have time. But I have flowers. I have been making them. I would like to make all the 89 that I need. I am at, I believe, 41 right now. And I spent like half of my day today making 10 of them, which is not very good. I don't know why it took so long, because making one flower, if I don't take any breaks or anything like that, takes like 10 minutes. So I don't know how I spent multiple hours making just 10, but it happened. But yeah, I'll try my best to have all 89. And hopefully we can get some on the, what is it called? Fairy lights, on the fairy lights. Okay, I think it's working. I am just like cutting out a little bit. The edge is not perfect, but also the edge is going to be covered by another color, so I think it's fine. Okay, there we go. Also, I was supposed to put up the cloud and the star during my break. Also, Schmick, if you're here, give them both a little kiss and tell them to behave well and not to jump me at night. And I'm gonna go hang them. And I will be right back. 10 good dreams. I will have very good dreams if I have all 3 of them telling me to have a good dream. Speaking of, are you going to sleep? Ha, I guessed it. Good night, Schmick. There we go. And you can buy another weather, or you can wait for the rainbow. One last hit. Yeah. That's kind of good if I get people addicted to gambling on my stream, because then they will be on my stream. Okay, I'm gonna go hang them up. Good night, good night. I have been muted this whole time. Okay, but I was showing you the things. The cloud is a little bit sideways, and then the star. And then I started telling you that I will try to go back to posting short form content on social media. I don't love doing it, but I also know that if I keep telling myself that I don't like doing it, then well, I will definitely not like doing it. And posting short form content is like how to be a streamer 101. I have to promote myself on other platforms. So I also need to change my mindset towards it. And I have been brewing some ideas on on what to post. And I hope at least some of them are fun to you and to new people. I have hair on my nose and it's itching me. And I started doing it so that on Thursdays I make content, and then on Mondays I do everything else. So today it was, for example, crocheting. Okay, something is happening that I don't like, which is like here you can see between the yellow and the orange. I feel like it's shrinking while it's drying, and that's why those little holes are happening. But also, I'm done. Also, I've realized that I will not be able to glue anything to the headband today because I need to let it dry. It kind of reminds me more of a clown than a unicorn, which is not very good. I feel like I might have maybe make it a little bit too thick. Oh, this side is thicker than this. I'll probably glue it this way then. Okay, but now to the little cloud ears. Yeah, and I'm thinking of some serious I even made a script to a first video of one of the seriouses. Seriouses? Is that how you say it? Multiple. No, I think it's just serious, right? Multiple series. One series and multiple series. Might be wrong though. Where did I put my clay? I put my clay somewhere. Oh, behind me. There we go. And I just need white. That's not white. This is white. Do you think that if I like mixed in a little bit of blue, that would look cool? That could look cool. Like make it a little bit of a marble effect like here. I'm gonna get that out too. Okay, and let me hide all of this. Also, if you have any ideas of what I could do with the rest of them, let me know. Also, I look like an egg with my hair behind my ears. Yeah, but the thing that I don't like about creating content for other platforms is editing. But I'm trying to make it so that if I have those days when one day I'm like one day is purely for creating content, I hope that I can make some kind of routine, because so far I'm just like putting everything for later. Excuse me. Like I'm gonna do everything tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. Yes, tomorrow never comes. So I'm thinking that if I just have a certain day for it, then I get into the rhythm and I cannot make any excuses and tell myself that I'm gonna do it tomorrow, because no, there's one day to make content. And yeah, I just hope it's gonna work. The only thing is that I want to post all of the TikToks that I made for my YouTube and my Instagram. And last Thursday, I spent my like half of the day just finding sounds on Instagram that are the same sounds that I have on my TikToks, but just ones that are from Instagram. So hopefully the algorithm can pick it up better. Although, to be completely honest, Instagram has not a very good algorithm to be discoverable. I feel like all of my reels sit at like 100 views, which is not very good. Okay, let's start with it, and I'm gonna keep talking. Okay, I'm taking this to figure out how big I want the clouds. Okay, I want it to be this big, which tells you nothing, but it tells me something. How 3D do I want it? I think if I just made, I could just like, this is roughly the center of the shape that I want. I want to make it like a little bit bigger than what it is right now. If I just glued together like 2 pieces like that, it'll be fine and I can work around it. Maybe I can cut the edges a little bit. So yeah, I have like 30 something TikToks to post. I try to post 3 a day. So Thursday next week is gonna be end or close to an end. So I have 2 Thursdays to make content, which is actually not that much if I want to keep posting 3 times a day. But I think I'm gonna make, like, partially it's gonna be series. I still don't know if it's series or serious. Let me check it out. Multiple series. The plural of series is serious, like sheep or fish. Except fish, I'm reading Reddit. Except fish has the plural of fishes when you want to mean different types of fish. Okay, serious. So I'm gonna put maybe like 1 video of a series that is edited a day, and then 2 other ones are going to be the content that I was making so far, which is just a sound, but I make it about crochet or gaming or streaming, which I think is a good amount. But that still means editing 7 videos in 1 day, which is a lot, not gonna lie. I'm starting to feel that my throat hurts, and that means that the air is dry, and it is. It's 27%, and the proper one is like between 40 and 60. But like, I'm the only person that has dry air in this house, and I thought that when I will start opening my window, I will stop having dry air, but I don't, and I don't know why. And I mean, thankfully we have air humidifier. I mean, my boyfriend has one, so I can take it whenever I need it. But like, why is it so dry? I don't think it was so dry last year. What am I doing wrong? I don't know. I'm wondering if I could maybe put like a little smaller piece on in the center here. Maybe not. I do have, what, 3 whites and 1 blue. That seems like enough to make the clouds. Although, is it? It might not be, actually. Also, I'm realizing that if I will have the blue swirl in it, it's gonna be harder to connect 2 pieces together because you can, like, the swirl is not gonna be continuous. My hair is touching my face and it annoys me, and I don't have tea. And I got tea on my onesie. I am now considering whether or not I should do the swirl or not. Also, I think I'm just gonna use this glue to glue those cardboard together because I don't want to wait for my hot glue gun to heat up for it. Can you tell that I love working with cardboard? Because I love working with cardboard. I literally collect every box that I have. I mean, one thing is that I put everything that I'm doing in boxes, so I need it for that. But the other thing is that I really like working with cardboard. I feel like cardboard is so versatile because it's light, but it's very, how do you say, like it has a structure. It's not wibbly wobbly. I don't like having hair in my face, but I also look like an egg if I have it behind my ears. What was I saying? Yeah, it like has structure and it's easy to work with. I can cut it with scissors. I can cut it with an X-Acto knife. I really like working with cardboard. I have to contact the shelters. Do you guys remember the stream when I was making cat scratchers? I have to contact the shelters about it. I have never done it eventually. Also, I figured I thought there would be one shelter near me, and there's like multiple of them. And I don't know which one I'm supposed to contact, if I should just contact all of them. I know that it's something that if I just sit down and do it, it will take probably an hour to do, to like find the emails and like write an email that I can send to all of them, because I don't think I need like a specific email. I will just say like what I'm doing, send a picture and ask them if they want it, like the cat scratchers. And then I need to find their email addresses, which I also don't think is gonna be that hard. But it's just one of those tasks that I do not want to do it. I am worried about what I'm about to do because I don't know, it just feels like something is gonna go wrong. Okay, also worst case scenario, I'm gonna have to use other colors. And I think that is a really possible scenario of the foam, and I will just have to paint it over with white. Once it dries. Okay, I don't think that's the best way to make it flat. Let's not do that. This is what I have so far, but unfortunately that was a whole packet of foam. And this doesn't look very cloudy if you ask me. I wonder how cloudy I can make it look. The good thing is that I really need it to be more 2D than 3D. I'm comparing it to this. I think I might have made it a little bit too big. Can I take it off the cardboard? I can. Let me. Okay, it's picking up pieces of cardboard. Maybe no. If you like being together, let's just be together. It's fine. It's fine. I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, let's try to just add to it. Okay, if I can just use half of the packet to make that cloud, then I don't have to paint over it. And if that's not enough, then I will have to paint over it. My back is starting to hurt so bad. Also, what happened with my light? Do I want to be brighter? Let's be brighter. Okay, I've added the top. I think I don't like the fact that it's very symmetrical and it's gonna be hard to make it not symmetrical. Okay, I think I might need to paint over it no matter what, because I can see like lines where it was connected, like right here. I need a tool. Let's try this tool. I'm just trying to make something that resembles a cloud. But it's not very easy, and also after making a pretty good looking cloud hat, I feel like I need to make every cloud look good now. And this is definitely a lot harder. It looks a lot better on camera, which is a good thing. Wait, I need to put it here so that I can make it so it doesn't like stick out that much on the bottom. How do I do that though? Maybe it's fine. I don't know. Okay, let's see. If it looked like that, yeah, no. Not very cloudy, no. Okay, I think it's time for some questions. Also, I started looking up at a laptop that I could possibly buy for myself. And I looked into the series of laptops that this one is from, the one that I'm using, which is Republic of Gamers from, I believe, Asus. Is that how you say it? ASUS. And they're really fucking expensive. Like the new, I did look at the newest one. I did. It was like 7 times the price that I would like to pay for a laptop. Yeah. So I said no to that. I could maybe think about an older version of this. Maybe even like, I don't know what version this is, because it just says Republic of Gamers. I don't know if, can I find it in the system? I don't think something like that is gonna be. No, nope. Yeah, I didn't really expect it to be there. Yeah. Because this one, like, it is enough for me. But also, this, wasn't this one? Because I did also look at MSI laptops, which somebody recommended to me as like pretty good price. But the one that I looked at, which I believe were the newest one, had an integrated graphics card. That's what it's called, graphics card, I think so. Which is not very good. Like if I need it for games, then I need it for games, you know? Does it look more like a cloud or less? It looks like boobs for you. Okay. Well, let's hope that I can make it better. Mm. So yeah, I got kind of disappointed and stopped looking. But maybe I could just look into older versions of, as I said, this Republic of Gamers, not the newest one. But one of them, I don't remember which one it was. I think it might have been the MSI laptops, but they had a version of their laptop with a touch screen, I believe, and a pen, which would be pretty cool because if I had that, I wouldn't have to have a separate tablet for making graphic designs. But yeah, integrated graphics card is not really, it's not really something that is a-okay for me, you know? Something is just not right with it. I'm just wondering if it's gonna get better after I paint it, or if it's just gonna be as bad as it is. Because I'm thinking that it might be looking bad because maybe not. I was thinking that it can look bad because you can see the connecting lines of them, but I guess you can't really see them. There is something wrong, but I cannot put my finger on it. I think it's the fact that the three boobs are the same size, but this one is not. This one is a lot smaller than the other two, but you can't really tell. I hate it. I hate it so much. Wait, let me take out some of it. I don't know, they all look the same size even though they are not, and I feel like that's the problem here. I don't know if I should just let it go. I don't like how it looks. Maybe I need to add more of them. I don't know. I am kind of willing to just leave it as it is. I'm starting to feel like the back that doesn't have anything looks better. Does it look better? if it didn't have that hole in the back, like just having the shape of the cloud, it looks so much better. It looks so much better. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not doing it 3D, I'm doing it 2D, and it's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine. Also, I don't really have any plans on what I could be doing when I'm finished with this, and I feel like I will finish this pretty quickly. I think I'm gonna go, I could crochet those flowers that I was showing you before, but the problem with them is that I do have to kind of think of what I'm doing, and when I'm thinking, it's hard to speak. Like, I think I told you about it before. I just count in my head, and I don't think counting out loud is gonna be fun for you to watch, but at the same time, like, I have to count it. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll try to make one, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, let's flatten this guy out. Okay. I'm trying to immediately make like kind of a cloud shape. It looks bad from this side, but from that one, like, it's a start of something. And I don't really care about how the back looks, because nobody's gonna see it besides me. So it's fine. Okay, this is the back. It's ugly. It's fine. And I definitely want to make it look different than the first one, like the overall shape of it. I want it to be different. Okay, this is how we're looking. I'm flying with it. Taking out the clay from the, what's it called, a Ziploc bag? Is it a Ziploc bag? If it doesn't have a zip? I don't know, from the little baggie. Oh, also, I started watching a Netflix series. Well, actually, I started watching a third season. I've already watched first and second before. It's called Fake Profile. Oh, that's way too big. You should not be that big. And it's Spanish. Well, it's, I believe, made in Latin America, but it's in Spanish. And I'm watching it in Spanish with English subtitles, which, if you remember, is the way that I would like to learn Spanish, because it is the way that I've learned English. And so far, I don't think I could speak Spanish yet after watching like 4 episodes or something. but I made a decision that whenever I want to watch a show and it's originally in Spanish, I'm just gonna watch it in Spanish with English subtitles. The only downside is that usually when I'm watching something, I'm also doing something. Like, for example, I'm crocheting, or yesterday I was painting, and I can't really do that when I watch something with subtitles because, well, I have to read. Unless I'm crocheting something that I don't really have to look at, then it's fine, of course. But that's not something that I do often, to be completely honest with you. Okay, how are we looking? How are we looking? I think it looks cute. It kind of looks like a bear ears, I feel like. Maybe even a little bit more than clouds. I don't think this one looks better. I think it because it has like more. I think this one is a little bit too square, where this one is a little bit more round. How do I make it more round without also looking like the other one exactly? Let's make this a little bit bigger. And I think I need to make this a little bit smaller. Let's see. I think now it's a little bit too symmetrical on top. I'm just not sure how I can do something about it. No, I don't like it. Maybe I can pull you a little bit down and then you go a little bit up. I think it still looks symmetrical. Also, this one is also kind of symmetrical. But they both have a very different shape, and I don't actually know if I like it. Let me see. But I feel like it gives more of a cloud vibe if they do have different shapes, because clouds are very different. Okay, I think I'm happy with what I've created here. I just need this to be a little bit more shaped like the headband. Okay, I think this is enough. We're done. And I didn't even use up all of the white foam clay, actually. Is it the first time? No, I think it's the second time I finished what I wanted to do on stream. Ooh. I've almost made my headphones fall off. My back hurts. I really hope a physio can help me because it is bad. Also, if somebody is gonna tell me that I should just work out, I wanted to say that I'm gonna punch them in the face. I won't, but I'm gonna be kind of pissed. But also, isn't physio just working out, but like medical? I think that's what physiotherapy is. Like working out, but with a doctor. But I also don't know. The closest I am to physiotherapy is that I know two people. I know one person who is a physiotherapist, and one person who I know wanted to be a physiotherapist. And I think she made that happen. I don't know. We haven't seen each other since she wanted to do it. And you might be wondering, if I know a physiotherapist, why will I not just talk with them and get help from them? Well, that's because they live like half a country away from me. If I had them closer to me, I probably would ask them for help. I could message them, but it doesn't feel right to like not have contact with somebody and then suddenly message them for help. I don't think they would be mad. It's just that I would feel bad doing that. And also, I think physiotherapists like have to see you to actually give you proper help. Okay, let me clean here as well as I can quickly. Oh. Also, for the, if you were making, maybe not if, when we will make the polymer clay stuff, I have little like keychain. Oh, you can't see it. I don't know what's called. It's keychain, like a little those thingies. And I have magnets, so I can make magnets and keychains out of polymer clay. Polymer clay and Tunisian crochet are two things that are on my to-do list, not to-do list, to stream list. Since I started streaming, and I'm constantly just coming up with an idea that I think is cooler than those two things, so I never make it. Okay, where should I put you? I know where. Ooh. Also, something that I haven't showed you is that I have wings. Look at them. Where is the second one? Oh, there we go. Look at them. I have wings. And I also have a tail. Also, the shape of it is so weird. Like it is so like baggy here, but at the same time on my legs is pretty tight. I don't know. The shape is weird. It's very unflattering. I overall don't really like wearing this onesie. I actually don't really wear it at all. I used to wear it for sleep, but the sleeves would always like pull up, and you can see that they're kind of too short on me. And also the legs, the pant, what is it called? The thing that are like the sleeve that is on my leg would also pull up to like up my knee, and it would annoy me. Oh, trouser leg. So it is called a leg. So the pants leg, yeah, would roll up and it would be annoying. So I stopped wearing it at all. But I can have it for here. No? Okay, I just need to clean this. The tape. I didn't think that it's gonna go this fast to finish all of it. Or do I put it on the floor for now? Okay, so this is my box of yarns to make the flowers. We're gonna make the flowers. And this is my jar of tools. The last one that I made looks like this. I really like this one. I really like so I have two yarns here. I have one that is just pink and one that is multicolor, and I really like the pink, and I think it looks cool with the multicolor. I feel like it looks a little bit better IRL than it does on stream, but it's okay. But we're gonna make another one. Excuse me. I am feeling really good about today's stream. Although whenever I say that I feel really good, I have to finish after 3 hours, so maybe I should not jinx it. Also with the flowers, I'm trying to use up like smaller scraps that I have, or I have, for example, of the multicolor yarn, I have like multiple pieces of it because I used it for something else and then I frogged it. So now I have multiple different pieces, so I'm using them up, and all the ends are hidden on the inside, so nobody's gonna see them. And I could weave in the ends. And I could also not do it, so I think you can guess whether or not I'm gonna do it. Also, nobody's gonna see them, so it's fine. Okay, I think now it's time for questions. I don't think I want to tell you anything else. I was thinking about making a list of everything that I want to tell you, and I was very close to doing it, and then I decided that I won't. So, yeah, I probably should start doing that, because then I regret when I haven't told you something. Okay, and to think about what happened in my life in the past few days. I was working most of the time. Yeah, okay, I think I told you everything that I want to tell you. What's something you do differently when you know no one is watching? I feel like everything, but definitely dancing. I mean, moving my body to music. That's more how you could describe what I'm doing. But I love doing it, but I do get, I mean, as I said, I'm just moving my body to music. So I'm just letting loose and I'm having fun. And I would definitely not want anybody to see that. Like what I'm doing when I'm about to take a shower and I'm alone in the bathroom with music versus what I, for example, do in a club. That's two different things, you know. But I do have a lot of more fun in my bathroom in my bathroom. Honestly, no matter how bad I feel like, if I just listen to proper music, there's like 95% chance that I will start dancing and singing. And when I start dancing and singing, I immediately start feeling better. But when there's that 5%, when it doesn't happen, that's not very nice. That's like, I'm feeling really bad. We will have ads in 3 minutes. And I do need to take a break. I'm wondering, can I answer one more question? What's the situation when you completely misread what was going on? Oh, I don't know. The only thing that comes up to my mind, but I think I was talking about it last stream, is that some time ago I met a girl on Tinder and I thought that she was not interested in me when in fact she was. But that was a situation when we both were interested in each other and we both didn't realize that the other person is interested in us. There's probably a lot more, but nothing comes to mind. Okay, one more. What's something that feels like a waste of time, but you still enjoy? I don't enjoy anything that feels like a waste of time. yeah, my mind is very, like, being productive good, not being productive very, very bad. Oh, actually, you know what? Maybe taking a bath, although recently I have not been doing it regularly because I feel like it's a waste of time. But sometimes if I know that I just have to relax, I love to do that. I love to just sit in the bath for like 2 to 3 hours, watch something, eat, because I always take snacks with me. So yeah, I like that. But as I said, I'm not doing it that often anymore. I mean, I was doing it often for like maybe a month of my life, uh, where I was doing it. Was I doing it every week or every other week? And it was 2 months, something like that. I don't know. So I didn't enjoy it for long. Okay, I think we will take a break. Okay, so remember to get some water, get some snacks, take your medication if you need to. Go touch some grass, stretch, and I'll see you in 3 minutes. We are back. I'm so hot in this. Also, do you guys know how I use the bathroom in this? I don't take it off because it has like a zipper that goes around the whole thing. and I just have to, well, unzip it. It looks funny from the outside, but it's very useful. Oh, Kitty wants cuddles. He wants cuddles. Come on. Oh, she's gonna love this, the onesie, because it's soft. Yes. I have some kind of, what is that? A sticker? A tape? Try to not touch the mic, okay, girly? Okay, I had some tape. Can you lay down, please? Yes, thank you. Lay down. Can you lay down even more? Okay. If she lays down, I'll be able to get a little bit closer to my desk. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, she laid down. Although, I feel like her ass is up, but her front of her body is down. Okay, you're going under the desk. What's the moment where you realized you were overthinking? Oh, constantly. I'm often overthinking before we have clients at my business. Then I realized that it can't be that bad, you know. I mean, it can, and I experienced it, but I'm just telling myself that, like, coming across like normal, well-behaving people is a lot more likely than coming across unpleasant people. And if I'm wrong, don't tell me that I'm wrong, okay? I need that for my mind to feel good. Also, I'm just overthinking everything, but I think I've told you that already. Today I felt sick because I had to drive my car a little bit and I didn't expect it. Like, we were supposed to drive tomorrow, but then my boyfriend told me that, I mean, he asked me if we could do it today. And I agreed, and then I was stressed. Which, it wasn't even like I was driving my car, and we were driving to a place that I have drove by multiple times already. So I don't really know why I was stressed, but that's what happens. I don't know if I have ever told you that, but TMI warning. When I was really stressed with my driving exams when I was taking them, and one time I threw up because of my stress. So yeah, that was fun. I'm not getting as stressed anymore. I'd say I think I have managed it a little bit, but also I don't really do that many stressful things. Like, the last really stressful thing that I did was starting streaming, and with that, well, I don't remember most of the stream, which I think you can tell that I was quite stressed. But I don't think I was at a point where, like, I'd be feeling sick because of it, like physically sick. Although low appetite is something that happens really often for me because of the stress. For example, last Saturday we had clients, and the first food I ate was after we were done with work, which was around 4 p.m. And I woke up at 6:30 that day because I just didn't have appetite. Like, closer to the end, I started feeling that I'm getting hungry. So I just waited until we're done. But for most of the day, there was nothing. Like even thinking about food, I was like, that's not gonna go well, you know? Like what I mean by that is that I wouldn't be able to swallow it. I don't know if, does it happen to you guys? Like when I'm stressed, I feel like I have just a knot in my throat and I'm like genuinely unable to swallow food, for example. What's something that always feels longer than it actually is? Everything that you don't like doing. School definitely was like that. Mm, I grew up in a Christian family, so for me, also going to church felt like that. Mm, what else? Being at work. Like the 8 hours you have at work are so much longer than, for example, a whole day of during the weekend. I don't know how that works, but that's how it is. Or at least how it used to be when I was working a nine to five. What's a small thing that can completely ruin your mood? Oh my god, so many things. I don't know, a disagreement with somebody or like meeting a rude person. I think other people, uh, overall, like not very nice other people. What's something you didn't expect to care about as much as you do? Ooh, the numbers in streaming, especially at the beginning. Like I expected myself to take so much longer to get to affiliate, but then when I got it, I started being slightly obsessed with numbers, and especially average viewers. And yeah, like I'm still at the beginning. I should not expect to have a lot of people here, especially when I'm not really doing anything to promote the stream, outside of Twitch. But I look at those numbers and I don't feel happy. Mm, so yeah, I'd say I was not expecting to care about that as much. What's a random moment that still makes you cringe when you remember it? I know. When I was younger and we had, I don't know what it's called in English, but like the phone that you have like connected. Um, I'm gonna translate it. I'm gonna explain it. Landline phone, one of those. So a long time ago. Mm, and I saw that my brother, who's older than me, so he knew a little bit more, he like used a certain button to call like the last person he was speaking with. And I was on that phone speaking with my mother, and then I had to like go to my mother was, I think, coming home from work. Like she had a phone. I didn't have like my own phone at the time. Mm, and I think she asked me to ask my dad if she needs to do any grocery shopping. So like I like we end the call. I run to my dad to ask him. He tells me, and then I, instead of putting back the number, I used the button that I saw my brother was using, which I thought the button is used to call the last person you were speaking with. And like I can hear um that like somebody answered the phone, and I start listing the things that my mother has to buy. And then I hear on the other side, it's my brother's friend, and he's like, what? And that day I found out that that button is used to call the last person you called, and it doesn't call the person who called you. Yeah, I didn't feel very good. You know, it was like my brother's friend, somebody who was older than me. I was young. I didn't want to feel like look stupid in their eyes. Yeah, he probably doesn't remember it. I do. I do. I will for the rest of my life, I think. Is there anything else? I feel like I've had so many cringe things. Oh my god, I have another one, but I don't think. No, I'm not ready to tell you yet. Let's go. Let's go to another question. Mm, what's something that feels way more complicated than it should be? Knitting. Oh my god, knitting. I want to understand. I want to be a knitter, but the tension. We just me and proper tension in knitting. We just don't see eye to eye. I don't know what it is, but we just don't. I will make a stream where I'm trying to learn knitting again, for sure. But the only thing that's stopping me right now is that I don't really know what I would like to knit. Because I would like to knit something easy, but I'm also very picky about anything that I'm making for myself. Like, I'm not gonna just make a scarf just to make a scarf if I don't want a certain scarf, you know? So I don't know yet what I want to do. I will have, for Tunisian crochet, I know exactly what I want to do. And it's also very easy. I have tried Tunisian crochet before, but I've never like finished a piece. I've only started and frogged them. I think I tried twice. But I have what is it called? Tunisian crochet hooks, Tunisian hooks. I don't know. And I have knitting needles. So I can do both of them. But as I said, I have an idea for Tunisian crochet. I don't have an idea for knitting. Do we think I can make one more out of this? I feel like, I don't know if we can. And also, only today I have already made, I think, 2 flowers. One of them I frogged, and one of them has a different color petal, but it's like the difference is so slight that I don't think you'll be able to see it. Like, I'm not really able to see it. Am I able to find it? Oh yeah, it's this guy. Yeah, you can't really tell. Maybe a little bit. It's this guy. But I think if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't have noticed. So I thought that it's okay. But yeah, I had one of like those dusty pink ones, and it was also missing a limb, not a limb, a petal. And I have another mohair yarn, a pink mohair yarn, but it's a little bit of a different shade, and it didn't look good. Like, it was very noticeable. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I don't really want to have another situation where I won't have enough yarn. So I think I'm gonna stop with this one and do something else. What else do I want to do? I do also, out of the yarns that I have here, I do also want to make some like the weather themed crochets, but I'm currently more in the mood for flowers. So I'm gonna make flowers. Which one do I want to make? Do you want to see which one is my favorite? Those ones are my favorite. I think I have like 5 of them. I love them so much because they have all the colors. Okay, I think I'm gonna make more of these. Also pink. They're also double-stranded. Not double-stranded. Or is double-stranded? 2 strands. One of them is normal, and one of them is like a little bit of a shiny-ish yarn. I'm just like looking through what I have to see what I need more of. I don't have, maybe I can do orange. I don't have any orange. I have like this, but it's more blush, peach, I don't know. Not really orange. Where is my orange? Here is my orange. The only downside is that the orange is pretty thin, so it would be good to make it with another color. And this has orange in it, the one that I was using now, but I don't like already have multiple flowers with it, so I don't think I want to make more, at least right now. I have this, which is like a golden-ish. I think that could look pretty cute together. What do we think? Or should I make just orange? Let me try with just orange. I don't have a lot of orange. Actually, this is the only orange that I have. Okay, let's keep it at that for now. Wait, I can hide this too. All of those guys. I also have a whole bag of like smaller scraps that I have frogged, and I'm constantly looking in here if I can find something to make a flower. But the problem is that I usually need 2 or 3 like scraps to make one flower, and with some of them I only have 2, and I'm worried that I'm not gonna be able to make it. Like this one. This looks so cute. It is different than what I've showed you. The one that is still yarn is a little bit brighter. I think it looks so pretty. But I only have this and like a little, and this, which also like half this is gray, so I'd have to separate it. And I don't think it's enough. I think I'll try my best to use up as much yarn. Did I tell you about that already? I don't think so. I'll try my best to use as much yarn as I can out of this and the box that I showed you to make both the weather thingies and the flowers. And then everything else I will just turn into fiber. Because I am so done with just having a lot of yarn that I don't like. I like to just have like one brand and type of yarn that I'm constantly buying, so that I know that it's always the same texture, the same thickness, the same color, and not what I have here, where I have a little bit of everything. So that is kind of my goal. I would probably have overall 3 types. I would have like a standard acrylic yarn, maybe a cotton yarn, although I'm not really a big fan of cotton yarn, to be completely honest with you. I feel like acrylic yarn has nicer texture, but I've heard that cotton is better, for example, for making tops because it's sturdier, and also it is a natural fiber, and I would like to make some kind of top at some point. So that will be second one, and third one would be plush yarn, so I can make plushies. Okay, why did I pick it up? I don't remember. I think just to show you, so I can put it down. Yes. And let's make an orange flower. I like to unravel some of the yarn so it doesn't just like jump all over the place while crocheting with it. Also, I don't know if other people do that too, but I crochet everything with just a 5mm hook. Unless I'm like doing something very specific, I only have my 5mm hook out, and everything that I'm doing using it. Okay, and yeah, some of the flowers are a little bit looser, but I don't think it matters that much. 2, 4, 6. I'd also try to just combine any thin yarn with a thick one, so the variety is not that big. What's a random moment that's still, oh, I know I did that already. What's something that feel that I did that already? What's a habit you picked up from someone else without noticing? Oh, I know. I picked it up from my ex. I don't do it anymore. I do it sometimes, but it was sighing. Like he would just do at random moments, and I would usually think that it was not me. He explained to me that it wasn't, and I picked it up from him. But then at some point I stopped doing it, thankfully. I still do it like from time to time, because I feel like, oh, hello baby, come, come on. What? I don't know what she wants. I still do it from time to time, but like it's when I need it, and I used to do it just randomly. Is there anything else? I don't know. I have more, I'd say, like informations that I've learned from different people in different places. But a habit, it's a good question. I feel like I do have a better answer for that. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I will come up with a better answer. Although it bugs me, I feel like there is a better answer. I'm like trying to think about what my boyfriend is doing because I'm spending the most time with him. So if I were to pick up something, it would be probably from him. And also maybe about my bestie. Although we don't see each other that often, but I could definitely pick something up from her. Oh, maybe I know. So there is a saying in Polish that my best friend says in a wrong way. I've never corrected her because I think it's kind of cute that she says it wrong, and I started saying it the same way she does, which is the wrong way. What's something you changed your opinion on multiple times? How I feel about my body. It's not a very good answer, but not a very healthy answer, but it is a true one. Anything else? I don't know. I don't think I'm a type of person who changes their mind often. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Okay. What's a situation where your first instinct is usually wrong. I honestly feel like I have a pretty good intuition. It says about instinct, but I think it's the same thing as intuition. I feel like I have a pretty good intuition. I remember that one time I think I told that story before. But not going into details, I met a person and everything supposedly went well, but my body just needed to cry after I met that person, and they turned out to be a pretty bad person. Which I didn't realize. Like, it wasn't clear at the beginning, but I feel like my body just felt it. But when I'm wrong, I don't know, when I'm stressed about everything and I overthink and think that everything will go wrong, maybe then. What, baby? Do you wanna, I don't know if you wanna jump on me or if you wanna leave my room. Okay, I think she wanna go. She wants to go. I will let her go. I'm coming. I'm coming. There you go. She's so sweet. Because if she wants something from me, like those two things that I mentioned, either jump on my legs or leave my room, she will like get here in between the back and the armrest, and she will like stretch and touch me very gently, and then like I turn to her, and if she jumps, then well, she wanted to jump, and if she leaves me, then that means she wants to get out of my room, and I find it very cute. Okay, my instincts. Oh, I know. When I was in technical school, after I think the first few weeks, a new girl came into my class, and I thought that I will not like her. And then we turned out to be besties for the year. She then changed school again. But yeah, I was wrong about her. What's something you notice about people that others might miss? I have ADHD. I notice weird things, but also don't see very obvious things at the same time. I, for example, remember again in my technical school, we had a new PE teacher, and the first thing I noticed about him, it was that he had a ring on his finger, so he was married. And then like closer to the end of the year, I asked my friends from my class, like, do you know whether he's married or not? And they were like, no, how would I know it? I'm like, well, he has a wedding ring on. So yeah, sometimes notice stuff like that. But at the same time, at the similar time, also in technical school, I was trying to convince my ex to shave his beard because he looked ugly in it. And then when he did it, I didn't notice it until he like clearly pointed it out. Yeah, so it's always a roulette of what I will notice and what I won't. What's something that feels better in theory than in reality? Ooh, running. I hate running. Like, I know running is good, and all, especially with now everybody running marathons. I'm like, but also I just remember that I hate running. Also, I'm in this cycle where like every year or 2 years I will think about running and starting running, and then I will try to do it. I will run for some time, and then I remember why I hate running, and I will stop running for another year or two. And it's been repeating for the past 6, 8 years, something like that. Although I remember not last time, the time before last time. Last time was last year, and I went on a walk and I ran a little bit, and I never run again since then. But yeah, like 2 years before that, I again felt like maybe starting running, and I dressed up to go running, and I decided to like warm up in my room, and just warming up tired me enough to where I decided to not go running. You can see how good my physique is, which might be the reason why my back actually hurts. But also, it's so annoying to me that you have to exercise to like not exercising is a bad thing. I would like not exercising to be a neutral thing. Like, do you wanna look hot and be strong and whatever, then you should exercise. But the fact that you have to exercise just to, I don't know, be able to sit by your desk for multiple hours, or for your knees to work good, like, I feel like we went a little bit too far with how important exercise is. Like, we could notch it down a little bit, because I don't really feel like doing it. I never felt like doing it. So yeah, I would like to not have to do it. What's something that gets less fun the more you do it? Partying. Although I'm still at a point of my life where I don't think I have partied enough. But everybody that I meet in my life is somebody who used to party a lot, and they like don't do it anymore. And they don't want to do it anymore. And I don't want to go to a club by myself because, well, I'm scared. Also, I love what's happening here. Okay, there we go. Tina! Hello! How are you? I'm wearing my unicorn onesie. Oh! And I kicked something. You look so adorable in your unicorn. Thank you! How are you? How was your weekend? I know that you didn't go to the wedding, but maybe you did something else fun. The most elegant unicorn ever. Oh, thank you. I'm good. How are you? I'm good. I have finished doing what I was doing. I mean, kind of. So I was doing a unicorn headband, but I have used puff clay that needs to dry. We have the horn, and then for the ears, I decided to do 2 little clouds to make it weather themed. So, can I show it to you somehow? This is how it's gonna look when it's finished, but I need to wait for the clay to dry. But I'm seeing that the clay is shrinking when it's drying, and I'm starting to have gaps in there, and I don't like that. So I'll try to push it. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that to me, please. Also, I feel like the clay is drying really fast because all the moisture is going to the cardboard, because the cardboard is wet. Okay. Yeah, I need to wait for it to dry, and then I'm just gonna glue it to a headband that I have. You're so talented, thank you. And now I'm making flowers because next week I'm gonna make, I love the creativity, thank you. I love how streaming kind of opened the door to my creativity, because I usually wouldn't do something like that because I just feel like I would have more important stuff to do. And creating was something that I would do like once every few months to just chill out. And now I kind of have to do something every stream. And I'm getting so many cool ideas and to do things that I have never done. So, yeah. How was work, by the way? It was very good. I mean, you already know that I don't really love kids, and working with kids is also hard. And we had a group of kids, but it was fine. Like, I did the best that I could do, I think, but it's harder. I will never lose your creative spark too. Thank you. I hope that too. I think with the amount of things that I like doing, it's not really possible because I'm doing, like, I have tried to do probably everything creative that is out there. I think using chalk, no, it's not called chalk, charcoal, like I think it's just called coal or charcoal. I don't know, one of those. I never did that, but I think I've used every other medium. No, oil paints. I also have never used oil paints. Yes, charcoal. Okay, I've never used oil paints too, and gouache. But I think like everything else, I have tried at least a little bit. So if I'm done with, like, for example, crocheting, I can still paint and I don't know, sculpt and do whatever else. So yeah, I don't think it's possible. Also, I have been creative since I was a child, so I think it's just kind of in my blood. Did you ever think about doing like a crafty or artsy stream yourself? Because I think while you still have lots of time, keep up with all your wonderful hobbies. I will definitely. And also, thankfully, like the business that I have is letting me have time for that. Maybe it will change in the future if you ever want to somehow scale up. But also, there's always a chance that I'm gonna be a big full-time streamer and I'm gonna be doing that as my job, which would be the perfect scenario. I'm not good at crafts, so to do live would be very interesting. I saw those macaron candles that you sent me, and I would argue with you saying that you're not good at it. You know, like that looked very good, in my opinion. But also, I don't think you have to be good at it to make an interesting stream. I mean, you said it yourself. It would be interesting. So it's an option, you know? You're too kind, especially when you remembered my candles. Of course, I love them. Oh, actually, candles is something that I hate doing, but I probably hate doing mostly because the pot that I'm using to melt wax doesn't have like a good lip and it spills everywhere, and it annoys me to have to clean the kitchen after doing the candles every time. But also, I don't really believe in like being bad at all of the art. I think everybody can find something that they would be good at. Other thing is liking it. Not everybody has to like it. Have you ever made soap? No. It seems I feel like the starting point is very expensive. Unless we're talking about so there's a glycerin soap and there's the soap where you like mix oils with some other things. So the glycerin soap, I mean, that's you just have glycerin soap and you have to melt it. So that's not that hard. But if we're talking about the other thing, like there's so much stuff I feel like that's involved, including having a special blender for soap that you shouldn't really use for anything else. That I think that's a bit far. But a glycerin soap, that could be pretty fun. I do have molds from my candles, so I could maybe do something with it. But the molds that I have from my candles are kind of ugly, so I don't know. But that would be interesting. But I do have, it's not really something artsy, but I do have some bars of soap, and I don't really use bars of soap, and I'm thinking about making them into liquid soap, because I know that you can. But that's not really related, besides the fact that it's soap. I've never made soap and it looks fun, but I wouldn't want to use my creation. I don't think you can do something that would be like really bad to you. I did something wrong. And I did it at the beginning, of course. I need to turn on my lights, so I will be back in just a second. I have so much stuff on my floor. I have this thing that if I have something that is unfinished, I have it in a box, and it's either there on the cupboards, shelves, I don't know, or on my floor. And I have so many unfinished things. But like a lot of them kind of depend on something else. Like I'm making a blanket, and the scraps that I'm gonna have from the blanket, I'm gonna use to make flowers. And then those flowers, I have to wait for somebody to redeem them on stream so I can put them. Also, I forgot to turn on all of the lights that I have. I didn't realize. And I will put them here. So that's 3 boxes already and 1 bag. Yeah, and I just have so many boxes. I'm starting to run out of space. But also, like every stream, I'm creating something new, and often that ends up in a box. But also, I wanted to tell you what I will do for the next stream. So, not next stream, next Monday, next craft stream. So, next craft stream, what did I do wrong here? Okay, let me just get rid of all of this and start again. Yeah, next week I want to make a flower day because International Flower Day is on 19th of January. Who makes a flower day in January? You don't have flowers in January. What's the point? And also, I don't want to wait that long. That's another thing. So I'm making my own flower day, and it's gonna be on 3rd of May, 4th. It's gonna be on 4th of May. And what I plan on doing is one thing. I will make flower crowns and flower clips. But I think I showed you on Thursday because it came to me on Thursday. But also, so we have this thing, and you can redeem a flower for 10,000 channel points. But nobody is really doing it. And I would really like to have more flowers because I have 11 and I can have 100. So I'm gonna put the amount down to probably 1,000, so everybody can get a flower and maybe even multiple of them. And so now I am trying to make 89 flowers before next Monday, and I'm currently at 42. I was at 31 this morning. I'm saving up. Are you actually? I didn't know anybody was actually doing it. Well, if you can be here on Monday, you will be able to get 6 flowers instead of 1. And I'm trying to make them like this is just the yarn that I'm going to use for leaves, but like I'm trying to make them in all different colors and even sizes. Some of them are like bigger and some of them are smaller. I really like these ones. They are very colorful. I have like 5 of them because I like them so much. And yeah, you'll be able to get them. And I'm also thinking about wearing a dress that has a flower print on it, but I'm gonna see like how I look in it and if I feel comfortable showing everything on stream. But I got it from the dress I got from my mother for my 18th birthday, so it's not really revealing, so I think I'll be fine. I love the effort you put in. It's very wholesome. Thank you. I'm glad you like it, because I do put a lot of effort in. I'm glad you notice it. That's what I was trying to say. I'm glad that you notice it. It's very nice. Yeah, but I honestly do it in a big part for myself because it excites me. So yeah, I do it because I just like, and it makes me feel happy. Oh, one flower fell out. That's kind of why I wish at some point I would be able to do it full time, because I would love to be able to just wake up and be excited about what I'm gonna do that day, what I'm gonna create, who I'm gonna speak to. I know it's like one in, I don't know if a million, but like one in 100,000 chance to get to that. But 2026 is my Delulu year, so I'm telling myself that I can do it. I just have to wash up dinner, so I will be right back quickly. Okay. So I can answer a question in the meantime, maybe. I don't know if I answered what's something that gets less fun the more you do it, but I don't know what does. Oh no, I said partying. Yeah, that one. What's something that always sounds like a good idea at first? Partying. Oh, I did it wrong. Like partying is lovely, but having to like go back home and how you feel after alcohol when the whole world is spinning and whatever you have in your stomach doesn't really want to stay in your stomach. That's not very fun. What else? Higher education. I want to say all education, but some of the education you have to get. Yeah, there is a part of me that is thinking about like getting, I don't know what it would be called, master's? What is above engineering degree? But then I remember that I have ADHD. I hate going to school. I don't have time for it. And I hate learning. And I stopped thinking about getting higher education. But I feel like being educated, like like that's cool, that's fun, that's chic even. But getting education, yeah, not really. I mean, at least for my neurodivergent brain. I feel like the hood is lopsided to one side. Because it's constantly falling down. My nose is itchy again. Excuse me. What's a small win that feels bigger than it should? I don't know. I don't think I wouldn't consider any win to feel bigger than it should, because if a win feels big, then it should feel big, you know? Like, even I feel like small things should, like, we should appreciate small things, you know? So I would say nothing. What's something you thought would be easy but wasn't at all? Knitting. Anything else? Driving a car. I always wanted to like drive a car. I would always imagine myself in like a cool Audi, I think. And I still do. Honestly, I feel like at some point I will just magically start to like driving a car. Which, if we're being honest, it's not gonna happen magically. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen because I actually started driving a car and I feel more comfortable doing it. Oh, I got a fly in my room. I think I need to close the window. But yeah, I would like to have an Audi RS7 Sportsback. That's my dream car. I love how it looks. Overall, I think Audis are my favorite brand of cars. I do mostly know cars by their looks, not by anything else. Although I'm starting to like BMWs, and like in Poland, we don't think well of people who drive BMWs. We think of them that they, first of all, they don't know how to use turn signals. Which, to be completely honest with you, a lot of them actually don't. So like that stereotype came from like an actual thing that is happening or isn't happening because they're not using it. But we just think of them as douchebags because they often behave like douchebags. So I don't really want to be considered a douchebag. But as I said, I am starting to like the way they look. But I think I still like Audis more. Yeah. Another dream car of mine is a Maserati Ghibli, to be exact. But that's more like a teenage years dream. I saw a Maserati on a school trip when I was like 14 or something, and I remember that I couldn't recognize the car. So I asked my teacher what it is, and he told me that it was a Maserati. And I told myself that I will have one of those when I grow up. And I still get excited whenever I see a Maserati because they are so rare, at least in Poland. I honestly feel like I don't feel like, it's a fact. I see less Maseratis than I see Porsches. Porsches. And I thought Porsche was like a very luxurious car, like the same type of luxury as a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. And then like I see how often I see Porsches and how often I see Lamborghinis and Ferraris, and I'm guessing that it's not the same level. I don't know where I was going with it. But yeah, I get excited when I see Maseratis, but I don't know if I love the way they look as much. Definitely not like Maserati Ghibli versus Audi RS7 Sportsback. Audi is winning, like definitely. And again, I'm only talking about looks. I don't know shit about cars, and I don't really feel like knowing. I mean, I would like know shit about cars because I don't like going to any mechanic because I don't trust them, because I have heard stories where they are trying to like where they lie to customers who are women because women don't know stuff about cars, and they tell them like, oh, they need to like fix 10,000 things and it's gonna cost $100,000. I'm really scared of that, so I would like to be able to tell like what's wrong with my car so nobody could scam me out of money. Yeah, but I'm not really running. We will have ads and I will take a break. So okay, remember to drink some water, get some snacks, take your medication if you need to go touch some grass, stretch, and I will see you in 3 minutes. I'm back. Wait, I forgot. Oh, here. Now I'm back. Let's go back to my questions. Wait, let me just do this, and now I can go back to my questions. What's something you avoid even though it would probably help you? Journaling. I can go on and on about journaling. I am fully aware of how good it is. Like, I have experienced how good journaling is. And journaling, wait, let me, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Like, I have experienced a situation where I would be stressed out, and then I took maybe 30 minutes to journal, and I would stop being stressed out. Like, it's not even something like meditation that helps you in a long run. Like, journaling, I mean, journaling does help you in the long run, but it can also help you in a very short run, like immediately. And I know it, and I just can't do it. I don't know, it just, I don't know. I just don't want to do it. I just feel like there are more fun things that I could do in that time, especially that journaling. I always journaled in the evening, which I do think that is the best time to journal. And I don't really want to switch it to a different time because I know it's the best time, at least for me, to journal. But I don't do it. I do it sometimes, like once a month. I will write like a page or half a page if there's something like really heavy on me, or I just am bored and don't know what to do. Mm, but I know that doing it regularly is so good. And like, I think I told you, I was in school for IT, and I managed to do my engineering thesis about journaling in a big part while being in IT school. Like, I am passionate about that topic, yet I don't do it. Similar thing with meditation, but I have meditated like a few days in a row, and I could see that it gets easier, but I stopped doing it regularly. I also used it to help me fall asleep. That was also helping. But I am using it like if I need to just feel calmer in a moment, then I would sometimes meditate. But I do also know that doing that for in the long run would definitely be helpful, especially with my very overthinking, very stressed out mind. Why is doing good things for yourself so easy and doing bad things like scrolling on TikTok and, I don't know, eating unhealthy foods so easy? Like, I mean, I do know why, but like, we live in a 21st century. Like, why haven't we made good things easy? Probably because there's not a lot of money in it. But still, life would be so much better. I think I will start doing it at some point. I got some water on my headbands, and it was annoying me to have something wet on my arm. Also, exercising. I have already went on a rant about exercising, but that would also definitely help me. Maybe even eating healthier. But my problem with eating healthier, so the main meal that I make for myself is my breakfast. My problem with breakfast is that I have been eating like bread with something for so many months in a row that I cannot look at bread anymore. So, and I feel like everything that you is with a bread, like even something like scrambled eggs, you eat it with bread. So I don't want to eat it. So I started eating cereal, which sugar for breakfast is so bad, and I'm fully aware of it, but just like I cannot think of anything else that I could eat. Especially so sometimes I make myself a shakshuka and I love that. Even though it's with bread, I like it doesn't bother me. Mm, but also I don't want to spend an hour every single day just to make myself a breakfast. Like I want to be in and out of the kitchen in like 30 minutes. So yeah, I don't know what else. I could eat oatmeal, but I don't really like it. Like I could make it unhealthy by adding, for example, Nutella to it, and I would like it then. But then it would be unhealthy, and again, sugar for breakfast. Mm, so yeah, I don't know. I hope I will get over hating bread soon because it's just sandwiches for breakfast. That's like a perfect breakfast, you know, easy. You can do it in many ways. Fast, perfect. So yeah, that's my problem why I eat unhealthy breakfast. That's what I was trying to say. But I'm wondering if like granola is better. I feel like it's better than cereal, but if I had to guess, granola also has a ton of sugar in it. So I don't know how much better it is. What's something that makes you lose track of time instantly? Streaming, doing art stuff, doing anything that I like. I think it's obvious. What's a situation where timing matters more than anything else? A road accident. You know, because if somebody did something like a few seconds earlier or a few seconds later, there probably would not be a road accident. But something that instantly makes a situation awkward. I don't know, but I just remembered a story. Have I ever told you a story about my bungee jumping? So um, when I was like a teenager, I made myself a bucket list that had three things. It was paragliding, I think that's what it's called, bungee jumping, and parachute jumping, skydiving. Mm, and I have done paragliding when I was 18. I have done skydiving when I was, I believe, 22. Yeah, I must have been 22. When I was 22, and I had bungee jumping left. So for my 24th birthday last year, my boyfriend took me on a trip, and one of the attractions there was bungee jumping, which I was very excited about. But the way it worked, we had to, like, we were strapped in to like a metal rectangle inside a very long chimney, like something that I think used to be a chimney. It looked like a big chimney, okay? It was very tall. It was like a tower. And without touching anything besides like the lines that was used to hold us, or maybe even we weren't able to hold that. we were like pulled up on, I don't know if it was one or three like thin, they were metal or thin lines in complete darkness. And everything was creaking. And hello back, I'm Layla. I got so stressed out about that joke. I don't know why. Maybe not stressed out, but startled. Um, no, don't leave. Don't leave. It's because of experiment. He told me that, and now I have it in my head. But it's a good joke. It's a good joke. Okay, anyway, going back to my story. Experiment is full of that jokes. He is. He definitely is. Everything was creaking. I was scared shitless. And from time to time, the rope would like jump a little bit and it would feel, I mean, you would fall down a little bit. So I was stressed out. I was more stressed out about going up that tower than bungee jumping itself. So when we got to the top, we had another one of those like jumps down when it stopped. And when that happened, like, I'm full of emotions. I'm about to go bungee jumping, and also I have been strapped to something that I do not trust for the past few hundred meters going up a dark tower. So when that last jump happened, I said, fuck, because I was so stressed out. And there were two guys at the top. And also, me and my boyfriend, we were like strapped together and pulled up together. And one of the guys there is like, who do you fuck? Do you fuck, like, do you want to fuck me? And I'm like, no, the only person I'm fucking is my boyfriend, because he started that type of conversation and I'm there with my boyfriend, so I'm gonna tell that. And he started talking something about a strap-on, using it on my boyfriend, and I started getting so fucking uncomfortable. Like, I was laughing, but you know that like uncomfortable type of laugh? I was doing that. The guy was not catching that at all. And like, I am few hundred meters above the ground, and the person who is responsible for my life is the guy who is making sexual jokes that are making me uncomfortable. Like, I felt so bad being up there. Honestly, I loved the bungee jumping experience, although he pushed me off that fucking tower. But being up there, one of the most like awkward and uncomfortable moments of my life. And also another thing is that, so I was jumping first, my boyfriend was second. After I jumped, and the whole time he was making sexual jokes, and like, I genuinely think that he should be able to tell that I was uncomfortable, because the only thing that I was doing was laughing. Like, I couldn't even really answer his questions, or I wouldn't talk back to him. I was just like laughing uncomfortably. My boyfriend told me that when he came up to him to like also get like locked in all of the things, that same guy asked him if he's comfortable with sexual jokes. He did not ask me that. So yeah, that's an awkward situation that I had. And like, to this day, I again love the experience of the bungee jumping, especially that it was a type of jumping where I wasn't with my head down, I was with my head up, which in theory is not bungee jumping, but I'm not gonna get into that much of detail of it. And I would love to do it again, but those few minutes up there, horrible. And also with the fact that he pushed me, I didn't like that. Sounds very chaotic. Do you mean my way of speaking, or the thing that happened? Because I know that I'm also speaking chaotically. Yeah, he pushed me, so he tells me like he will count 1, 2, 3 and I have to jump. And I was like, okay. And I genuinely want, oh, I'm picking. I genuinely wanted to jump myself, because it feels lame when somebody has to push you off, you know? Like, come on. Like, I'm gonna jump myself. But the thing is, he was like holding, I had like a strappy thing on my, on like the both bottom and top of my body to hold me upright. So he was holding that on my back, and he was like 1, 2, 3, and he pushed me. And I thought that after 1, 2, 3, like 3 is my clue to like start jumping, not fucking be in the air. So I'm also annoyed that he pushed me. I understand that the reason for it is so that like nobody changes their mind, because I'm not sure if they, I mean, I guess they could probably let somebody go down the chimney again, but I can understand that it's for people to do it themselves. But I just wish he gave me like genuinely 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds to like be like, okay, and jump. But he didn't. So yeah. Tina, do you like doing like what is it called? Like extreme things? You're brave though. Thank you. Yep. I feel like I one of the reasons why I wanted to do those 3 things that I mentioned was that uh, I knew that that would impress people. So I did it. I would like to try bungee jumping. Okay. Do you like, is that like a type of bucket, what's it called? Bucket list item? Or is it just like maybe at some point? I'm actually scared of bungee jumping the most, because in all of those like extreme things, it's a bucket list, I think. Okay, I hope that you get to do it then. My mom did bungee jumping for, oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, if I had to do one of those things for charity, I would be first in line to do that. But why I don't, like, I'm not sure if I would like to try bungee jumping with my head down, because with all of the extreme things, there is a rule that you cannot do it if your eyesight has like you know how eyesight, not eyesight, like glasses can be like plus something or minus something. So if you have 5 or more, you cannot jump, because I believe there's a chance that okay, I don't know how to explain it in English, but something is going to happen to your eyesight and you can go blind, you can lose partially your eyesight, or you might need like a surgical procedure to get your eyesight back. So it's dangerous. And I'm very close to that. I have minus for something, and then I also have astigmatism, and I believe it adds up to over 5. And I don't know if it, like, I can count adding up or not, but I'm worried about that. And I'm worried with bungee jumping, especially because, well, my head is down, so the pressure is in my head mostly. So I feel like it's more likely to happen. And also another thing is that, not that thing, not that, excuse me. I have talked with somebody who did bungee jumping, and something happened to him where he started acting very weirdly because of the pressure in their head. And he was acting like that for like 10 or 15 minutes or something, but both he and the person who was with him were worried that like it's gonna stay like that. So yeah, that makes me worried too. But I could definitely go to do that bungee jumping with my head up and skydiving again. mm, Paragliding, in my opinion, is kind of boring. There is no like extreme thing. You just glide in the air. Like, it's fun, but it's not extreme. You know what I mean? mm, the most extreme thing is probably like the running that you have to do to get up in the air, but you don't have like a moment of falling down or anything like that. Also, Tina, what made you want to become a streamer? I feel like you have a lot of streamer friends. Where okay, I'm getting too tired to stream. I will have to finish soon. Uh, were there was it your friends who like convinced you to do it because they were doing it? You're too cute. Why am I too cute? Because I make mistakes when I'm speaking. Yeah, I mean, we are at 3.5 hour mark, so like that is kind of my clue to end. But I would love to know your answer. We can make a deal. You will tell me yours, and I will tell you mine. Last year, didn't get a job promotion that I wanted. My coworker, who I love, got it. But the promotion made me very upset. I just thought I was never good enough for it. No, don't think that. I, but honestly, self-worth is also something that I struggle with, although I'm trying to pretend that it's not a thing. But I think the right way to think about it is that everybody has value just because they are human, they are living. Mm, and yeah, like your achievements don't, how do you say it? Your achievements don't equal your value. Yeah, but it is easier said than done. Like there is a reason why I'm constantly productive, and why I can't relax. So I wanted to do something like content creation. Then I saw streaming as an idea. Ooh, that's cute. I love that. I love that you started. Also, I love how random it was that I found your stream and how big part of my streaming it is right now. Like most of the people that I met somehow because of you. I'm glad we got to meet though through it. Me too. Me too. Yeah. For me, I loved content creation and I wanted to be a content creator since I think like 2011, 2012 when I first found out about YouTube and I started watching Minecraft YouTubers, and I wanted to be a Minecraft YouTuber too. And then like after a few years, I would start to watch something else, and I wanted to be a YouTuber doing that. It would constantly change, but I always wanted to be a content creator. And I would always tell myself that, oh, I would start at this point, I will start at this point, and I never did. But it never left me. Now look at you, yeah, I'm here. And then in 2024, actually no, in 2023 I created the Layla Weather channel and mm, social media and stuff like that, but I again never started. I don't remember why. I think I was just stressed about the fact that I was living with like two other people and I didn't want them to hear me. I remember when you told me that you wanted to get into streaming and now you're here. Yes, yes, I am. I think when I was telling you about it, I was like pretty set on it. Like I was already making stuff, like overlays, content, and stuff like that. Content, I mean short form content. Mm. So I never started. But since 2020, when I found out about TikTok and I started having TikTok, I would make TikToks, but I would post them as my private TikToks. I still have, I think I got to a few thousand of those TikToks because I used to make like few a day for multiple years. And then in 2024, I decided like that if I'm already making TikToks and some people like become TikTokers, then I can just start posting them. And if I have already been doing that since 2020, then I would probably be a big TikToker by now. So I started posting them. But as I started posting them, I stopped kind of liking doing it and I would go onto TikTok less and less. So I stopped doing it. Then in July last year, I saw that my friend started posting TikToks to promote her music. And that kind of inspired me to go back to it again. And I started doing it again. But then I was like, I don't think TikTok is really for me because I really like talking, as you can see. So I don't think short form is for me because I remember that whenever I would make a video, I would be like, oh, that's too long. Nobody's going to watch that. That's too long. And I would cut everything that I would be saying. So I was like, okay, then there's YouTube, but I hate editing. So not for me. And then the third one was streaming. I was like, that sounds fun. Like I can talk and talk and talk, and I can do things and I can do whatever I want. And I started, and now I'm here. Yeah, and I think with that story, I will end my stream because I'm tired. The hardest part is starting. That's true. I was telling before, not before, earlier in the stream that I was so stressed during my first stream. I don't remember most of my stream because of how stressed I was. I remember that experiment was there from like the first second, which stressed me out so much. And then when I like started feeling comfortable with him and we were chatting and everything was fine, Charmander raided me, so I got stressed again. Um, and yeah, and I don't really remember the rest of the stream. I remember that Schmick stayed from Charmander's stream. So Experiment and Schmick are like two people who were there from the first day. Thank you for the stream. Get some rest and be proud of yourself always. You too, Tina. You too. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna end. Yeah, I don't really see anybody to raid. Yes, Uno reverse, Tina, on that one. Okay, thank you so much for being here. On Thursday, I will be streaming Undertale, maybe finishing it. I don't know. And then on Monday, we will have the flower day. Yay, hopefully see you Thursday. I hope to see you there too, either on my stream or on yours. So yeah, thank you for being here. Remember to drink water, eat, take your medication, stretch, go touch some grass, and I will see you all on